Hey guys, I'm John Campea. Thanks for visiting my movie vlog. Now, the DCEU has gained a little bit of a reputation for having movie projects come and go, directors come and go, writers come and go. And today isn't going to help that reputation, as it has been officially announced that Joss Whedon has officially exited the Batgirl movie. Some of you may remember that it was last year, early in 2017, that Joss Whedon was announced that he was going to be writing, producing, and directing a Batgirl movie based on a great idea for a story that they had, that he'd be moving ahead with that. However, he has now stepped away. The official statement, which I'm going to tell you up front, I do not believe this official statement at all, but the official statement coming from Joss Whedon is as follows. Batgirl is such an exciting project, and Warner Brothers / DC, such collaborative and supportive partners, that it took me months to realize I really didn't have a story. I'm grateful to Jeff and Toby and everyone who was so welcoming when I arrived, and so understanding when is there a sexier word for failed? Now, there is a possibility here that exists that what we are seeing here is and should be taken completely at face value, that Joss Whedon just wasn't able to come up with a story and thus ultimately decided to depart. However, if that was true, it really doesn't put Warner Brothers in a very good light, because what it would suggest is that despite the fact last year they were saying we did this whole thing because of a great idea for a story, what it suggests is that Warner Brothers greenlit the development of, hired a director, announced to the world, did interviews about it, that they were doing this movie when they didn't have the slightest idea what the movie was going to be about. If Joss Whedon's statement is to be taken at face value, it paints Warner Brothers as an incompetent, directionless company that has no idea what they're doing, announcing and putting out press releases and doing interviews about a movie they don't even know what their story is going to be about, let alone when they're going to be able to actually get around and make it. I, for one, do not believe this statement. Also, I find the notion that Joss Whedon, the guy who did Dollhouse and Buffy and Serenity, the guy who infamously wrote the first draft to Cabin in the Woods in a single weekend, that over a period of months, he couldn't come up with a story for a female protagonist lead in a comic book action film? That seems incredibly unlikely. What I believe here is that there are three possibilities here of what is actually going on behind the scenes. Possibility number one, and we've seen other people speculate this as well, that Batgirl as a project was never actually going to happen. The theory here is that Joss Whedon was brought on to replace Zack Snyder on Justice League, but to make everybody save face, they did it under the cover of saying there was this other project, Batgirl. It was a great project to use as a cover. Of course, Joss Whedon is known for doing female heroes, so that made total sense. That is certainly a possibility. Possibility number two here is it has to do with public perception over the fact that Joss Whedon is getting through some of his own little bit of personal, things going on in the public eye, his own controversy when his wife let it out that part of the reason they divorced is that he cheated on her. Apparently, she says multiple times. And the whole notion of right now, him doing a female lead hero movie may not be the best idea from public perception. I speculated this about myself a couple of months ago, as a matter of fact. The third possibility here is just, we know that DC and the DCU is undergoing major overhauls and major direction changes. It is possible here that this could just be a situation of, with brand new leadership and after the results of Justice League, they just realized this Batgirl thing ain't gonna fly. But I want to know, guys, what do you think about Joss Whedon departing Batgirl? Do you believe his public statement? Do you think there's good reasons to believe that we should take it at face value? Do you believe that this has something to do with something else like I do? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until the next video, bye-bye.